For nearly 1,000 years, people have whispered about something lurking beneath the dark waters of Loch Ness. A shadow, a ripple, a secret that's outlasted kings, kingdoms, even the reach of modern science. This is the untold truth of the Loch Ness monster. Now let's rewind. Long before camera flashes and sonar pings, ancient Highlanders shared tales of a water beast. Scottish folklore called it the Ich Uisge, a shapeshifter said to haunt deep lakes. The first recorded sighting, way back in 565 AD. St. Columba, a monk, supposedly faced off with a water monster in the River Ness, driving it off with nothing but faith and prayer. Over centuries, stories snowballed. By the 20th century, Nessie was more than a fireside tale. She was a modern myth, and soon, a media phenomenon. Why do these stories stick? Maybe because Nessie isn't just a monster. She's a mystery we want deep down to believe in. Let's talk evidence. In 1934, a single photograph set the world on fire. A long neck emerging from the still water, the so-called surgeon's photograph. Newspapers ran wild. The legend exploded, but decades later, the image itself unraveled. It was a staged shot, a toy submarine, not a monster. Still, the seed had been planted. In 1972, a sonar expedition detected something big moving deep below Loch Ness. No clear photo, just a blip, yet curiosity flared again. Since then, blurry photos, shaky videos, and breathless eyewitness accounts have surfaced. Some look convincing, most not so much. So what's the real story? Let's break down the top theories. First, the plesiosaur theory. Maybe Nessie is a prehistoric survivor, a long-necked aquatic dinosaur. It's a romantic idea, but science doesn't buy it. Loch Ness is too cold, too young, and too empty of food for such a creature to survive. Second, the giant eel theory. Big European eels live in the loch, and some get huge. Could odd lighting or a trick of the eye turn an oversized eel into a monster sighting? And then there's the simplest answer: logs, waves, and wishful thinking. Floating debris, weird wave patterns, even swimming deer, all can fool a hopeful eye. The human brain is wired to find patterns, sometimes monsters even when they're not there. But despite the lack of proof, Nessie still rules the loch. Tourism in the Highlands booms on her legend. Hotels, souvenirs, guided Nessie hunts, you name it, and she's everywhere. In books, movies, cartoons, even plush toys. So why does the story survive? Because Nessie is possibility. She's the hope that the world still hides a secret, a shadow just out of reach beneath the surface. Now, the search continues with modern tech LiDAR, underwater drones, environmental DNA. In 2019, scientists hunted for ancient monsters in the loch. No plesiosaurs, but lots of eel DNA. Still, the mystery lingers because no scan or test can prove Nessie doesn't exist, and maybe that's the magic of this. The Loch Ness monster may never be caught, but maybe she was never meant to be. Maybe the real creature lives somewhere between science and story, between belief and doubt. And maybe that's what keeps us searching. This is Planet Cypher, and the world still hides secrets.